Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.
Hello, my name is Mike, and today's show is brought to you by our Amazon page. Please remember to shop at MikeO'MaraShow.com/Amazon. It's quite simply the best way to support this show. If you need it, Amazon has it, and you can get it at MikeO'MaraShow.com/Amazon. Bookmark it, please.
Available on demand every day in iTunes and the Google Play Store, and around the world on MikeO'MaraShow.com. What more can we do for you? It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
Oscar,
Chess.
it's Friday.
Yeah, happy Friday.
But more important than that, do you know the date?
Oh, yes. It's D-Day.
That's true, but the actual number date.
17th
Of what?
of June.
No, it's June 6th.
Oh.
6-6.
Damn it.
And because it is 6-6, an old friend.
I really thought it was the 17th.
Hi there, you lovely, lovely men with your black T-shirts. Jack Cassidy!
Hi, Jack. How you been?
May I come down from this cloud? May I? Would you mind if I did that, dear?
Is that what you fancy?
Well, I don't like floating up here above you. I'd like to come down to your
Swoop on
earthly
down.
level and swoop on down. Here we go. There, now I'm in your studio. Yes, Jack Cassidy.
Jack, so good to see you.
I notice it's 6-6, the day of the devil, as we like to say.
Are you sure it's not the 17th?
No, it's not the 17th. Why? What is the significance of the 17th?
I don't know. He's
Rob?
looking at some sort of Bolivian calendar.
Doing
He
some
thought it
rough-
was the 17th
Some
of June.
rough math. Jack, this is the first time in the new studio. What do you think?
Well, I think it's fantastic. You can never get enough of that exposed brick. Jack Cassidy! I remember it might have been the 1950s. I lived in a flat in Greenwich Village, and I had an exposed brick wall. And I will tell you something. Brick and mortar, you would think it'd be easy to clean. Not when the stains are biological. Jack Cassidy!
What did you have to
sir.
clean?
Well, I'll tell you this. I'll speak in veiled terms
Good.
because we want this. If this is going to NBC, CBS, or on the major networks,
It's not.
It's not going to be a broadcast on the Merv Griffin show.
No, when Merv has no interest. This is going to KCJJ as soon as the auction is done.
KCJJ, is that a big lodge station in Chicago?
Sure.
The second city? Is that what it is?
Let's say that.
Very good. Anyway, so I'll speak in broadcast-friendly terms. I couldn't even sell this story on the Dinah Shore show. There's just no way that I could.
Really? And you were a
Jack Cassidy!
You were practically a regular on Dinah.
I love Dinah. Dinah Shaw. I loved her. And
Yeah.
I loved all the game shows that I was on, to tell the truth. What's My Line? All my favorite game shows.
You were
marvelous,
great.
marvelous people.
You know what? You were a great panelist when John Davidson had a talk show.
Yes, John Davidson, a mega talent.
a legend.
Absolutely, yes. A three-hit man. Sing, dance, act, all three skills.
Triple
he
threat.
He had them in spades.
Now, when you
Jack Cassidy.
are you getting tired, Jack?
I just had a moment.
Okay.
Sometimes Jack Cassidy tells himself a joke and then can't tell the joke.
I understand. When you had your
You
Greenwich-
understand?
I do.
Yes, sir.
When you
So
had-
getting back to the biological stage,
Right.
which you were asking me about, I will tell you this. Very pesky to get those stains out of the exposed brick wall, but there was one night with Joey Heatherton when things got a little out of control, and I had no idea that she had a proclivity for this type of activity. But let me tell you something. Later on, in the 70s, when anything went, so to speak, I will tell you, they sold films with that particular skill set.
Yeah.
Jack Cassidy!
And you actually bought film, right? It wasn't a videotape. It was a
Well,
16
Super 8.
Oh, Super 8.
It was Super 8.
Very
Yeah,
good.
well, the films that we made were Super 8. There was one time when I was making a film down in the Baja Peninsula. We all
Really?
decided to get in my station wagon, my country Squire, and drive to Tijuana. And my God, what type of acts they did with farm animals, no less. Jack Cassidy.
yeah.
Now, in your
Yes.
apartment in the 50s, was
And
the,
of course, cigarettes were extremely cheap there, too.
of course, you stocked up. That's why you brought the
Yes.
station
Oh, I
wagon.
stocked up. Half the car filled with my cronies from Hollywood, and half the car with cartons of cigarettes. We all smoked them. It was just a wall of Luckies.
No.
Jack Cassidy.
In your Greenwich Village apartment, was the
Yes,
brick
thank you.
was the brick the only thing that was exposed?
No, you dirty boy. You're quite a dirty boy. Well, you know, after a series of auditions when I was living in Greenwich Village, and
Right.
failed auditions at that, you know, when you're an actor, you have to deal with a tremendous amount of rejection.
Of
The way that
course.
I coped with my rejection was drowning myself in local spirits at some of the local watering holes,
Sure.
and then picking up a young starlet who was in the same predicament I was, and then we made all sorts of wonderful deviant love in my exposed brick wall apartment in Greenwich Village. Check out.
I'm looking at your wiki right here, and it says that you
wiki,
actually
wiki. What? Tell me what is this wiki? You know, I've been
Wikipedia.
dead. I've been dead for over 30 years. Can
It's
you
like
tell me what a wiki
Wikipedia.
is?
It's like the Encyclopedia Britannica or the World Book.
Yes.
Do you remember
Wiki?
the World Book?
Oh, that's not what Wiki is. I know what Wiki is.
What's Wiki?
I remember there was one time I was an extra, and I was hoping to get a small bit part of Mutiny on the Bounty, and we were
Yes.
in Polynesia. And
Oh.
oh my goodness, we would all go into town after shooting was done and say "Wiki, Wiki," and the local native girls knew exactly what that meant. My God, Marlon Brando was gone for 3 days straight, and we knew he was engaging in Wiki, Wiki every single hour.
Well, you keep talking about Native women, but it says here that you shared this very apartment with other actors that were coming up through the ropes at the same time.
Yes, I did.
Actors like Randall. And
Randall.
of course, yeah, Tony Randall. And
Tony Randall, marvelous man, great man, as neat as Felix Unger was on
Really?
The Odd Couple.
Yeah.
Neat, super, super nickname. I remember there was one particular time when I was showering with the starlet. I believe. Let me see what
You
the
had a
name
shower
was.
in this apartment?
I believe that, yeah, I had a shower in this, a small shower, and I remember that after a night of heated love, Rita Moreno and I were in the shower together,
Yeah.
and we stepped out, and later on that afternoon, I will tell you that Tony Randall was positively apoplectic with the hairs that were left over in the shower. Jack Cassidy.
Who left him? Was it you or Rita?
Oh, you're a dirty boy.
that
You're
time.
all ramped up. I swear to God, it must be Friday Speedway.
It was that time in
Yes,
history.
Yeah, it was. It was.
It was a marvelous time, and of course there was free love. It was before all those horrible disease scares of the late 70s into the early
But
80s.
you could get the clap.
Of course, the claps, that several times, as a matter of fact. I told everybody, and I would tell a young starlet, before we would jump in between the sheets, I would say, darling, there's one thing you need to know. I love applause. And I will tell you something, they're equally important to me, the clap of the audience or the clap between the sheets. Jack Cassidy!
Says here you were also a roommate with Charles Nelson Riley.
Charles Nelson Riley was I consider Charles Nelson Riley to be
You shared
somewhat
ascots, didn't you?
Somewhat of a teacher to me.
In what
A
way?
mentor,
In what way?
teacher, guide, lover.
You guys were
What?
close.
What? Lover?
Yes. I don't mind saying it now in this modern age. Charles was good to me. He was so good to me.
Gentle.
I tell you, there was one time when I auditioned for Captain Kirk on Star Trek,
didn't
and I
know.
missed out to that absolute buffoon, William Shatner, and it was so sad for me, and I cried like a baby, and Charles cradled me in his arms and cooed me to sleep. It was a
Really?
marvelous time. Jack Cassidy!
I didn't know that you had auditioned for Star Trek. Do you remember your sides from that audition? Could you
Oh,
recreate
can I
the
just
audition?
send a message out
Yeah,
to
yeah.
one of my sons, David, if he
Yes.
happens to be listening right? David, do what I always did. Get yourself a driver.
Yeah.
Get yourself a driver. There's no need for all these pesky convictions for driving while under the influence of alcohol, Jack Cassidy.
Drink, drink, vroom, vroom. That's him. And then you have got the other, the golden boy. You've got Sean.
Sean, yes, a troubled lad.
Really?
Troubled lad.
He was
I
great in the
gone.
Hardy Boys.
I was hold on, a siren. A siren, excuse me. Oh my goodness, Jack Klugman's coming to the party.
The late
Jack Cassidy.
The
Going
late
after
Jack
your son.
Klugman, yeah.
Yes, the late Jack Klugman. But we're all up here now having a gay old time.
Really?
It's marvelous. Yes, Tony Randall's up here. I was actually dining just the other day with Vincent Price and Tony Randall. It was marvelous.
What do you guys
We
eat
were
up
having
there?
canapé.
Oh.
Has
Yes,
Klugman's
Little
voice
tiny,
back?
little tiny hors d'oeuvres are what we were having. Yes, sorry. Yes, Jack Cassidy. Yes,
Now
sir.
that he's up there, is Klugman's voice back?
Yes, he sings like a canary. Yeah, no more of that raspy. It's what we all basically reincarnate ourselves into our previous prime condition. Of course, really, after the age of 4, my condition began to deteriorate rapidly. Jack Cassidy.
You started smoking at the age of 4, didn't you?
Four and a half. Between 4.5 and 5, I discovered cigarettes.
What
and
was your
I will
breakout
tell
role?
you. The breakout role when I between 4.5 and 5.
did you do that
The
cigarette
breakout
commercial?
role was when I could toddle out of my parents' room. My boy, I did not have roles. I was not that type of child star.
apologies.
But the nicotine would course through my veins, and I would be relaxed, centered, and focused. And from that point forward, from the age of 5, I was never seen without a cigarette in my hand. Jack Cassidy.
Isn't that what first brought Shirley Jones to you?
Yes, indeed. She said,
So
someone's
serious.
enjoying a lucky strike on the back lot of MGM, and it's that dashing man with the Van Dyke beard and the cigarette attached to his left hand, Jack Cassidy. Shirley was marvelous. Marvelous in bed. What a lover. What a
Wow.
lover.
Who's
what
ramped up
a
now?
lover. Yes, well, I'll tell her, and let me just send this message. A little bit of a disappointment. Marty Ingalls after Jack Cassidy. Thank you, Jack Cassidy. You don't know any of these names, do you, Oscar?
No, but I'm
Well,
enjoying them.
Let me perhaps share some names that you might enjoy.
Please.
Oh, sure.
I remember a lovely booze-filled night. It was Macallum Scotch and Ricardo Montalban.
Oh, you must know him, Mr. Rourke. Yeah.
Oh, my
My
guys.
goodness. Now, all of the ladies that were involved are nameless, of course, because they never became big stars. But my, oh my, did we have a fun time in Ricardo's pool.
Did he ever bang Vivian Vance?
Vivian Vance. Oh, did anyone not bang Vivian Vance? By God, Jack Cassidy. As a matter of fact, I've got my cheat sheet. I know down there you're constantly reading these tell-all books about
Right.
everybody's lovers, but I've got a black book that would curl your hair.
Really? Do you have it handy?
Yes, I do, as a matter of fact.
Do you have
Would
any
like me
names
to
that
get
you'd
it
like?
out?
Yeah, that you can share with us?
How about a random page?
Yeah. Just open it up.
All right, here we go.
This is Jack Cassidy's Black Book.
Shelley Winters.
Oh, that must have taken a while.
Ava Gardner.
Ah.
Oh,
What?
wow. Well, I don't like to talk about this one. Broadway was what Broadway does. Ethel Merman.
Oh, wow.
Wow, let me see here. Look at this. Oh, and a very young, promising game show host who gave
Really?
me a night of indescribable pleasure.
And do you have a name for this game show host?
Yes, Pat Sajak.
Oh.
Yes, thank you.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show. You can listen to the Mike O'Mara Show at www.mikeomarashow.com.
Stay tuned for an outstanding entertainment program.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
Let's get down to business.
From the entertainment capital of the world.
Armand Goldman, you old so-and-so. How about those dolphins? Screaming Queen?
Stick your hand out sideways, not palm down. I'm going to shake it, not kiss it. Right. And tighten your wrist. No, straighten it, then tighten it. There. Al, you old so-and-so.
I just said that.
Well, now I'm saying it.
All right. Oh, straight and tighten.
Al, you old son of a bitch. How you doing? How do you feel about that call today? I mean, the Dolphins, 4th and 3 play on their 30-yard line with only 34 seconds to go.
How do you think I feel? Betrayed, bewildered? Wrong response?
I'm not sure. Take it from the top.
This is very exciting.
Yeah, it is, fella.
Oh, right on, amigo.
Damn straight.
Damn straight.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show. Mike O'Mara, Rob Spiewak, Oscar Santana. And now, from his easy chair, here's Mike.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, Mike.
We are live from the Cappy Pfeiffer Studios, heard worldwide. This is the Mike O'Mara Show. We are powered by Encore Insurance Services with over 24 million downloads. We're heard daily at MikeO'MaraShow.com and exclusively over the air on our wonderful friends at the mighty 1630 KCJJ in the heart of the heartland. Go Hawks!
Yeah, we wish them an excellent auction and also warm greetings to Julie Gunnels, our KCJJ TMOS listener of the day.
Oh, man. Julie Gunnels works at the county fair every single year.
Yep.
You can see her. She's right next to the blue ribbon apple pies during the food row. As a matter of fact, she makes those little cakes that everybody loves with the powdered sugar. In fact, she's known around the state of Iowa. If you like Julie Gunnels, you'll want to taste her funnels. The Mike O'Mara Show is a daily podcast.
That was a trip.
Friday. Yeah, a long way to go. Worth it, huh?
Yeah, it
The
was.
Mike O'Mara Show is a daily podcast and radio show with the greatest listeners on the planet. Why?
Why?
Because they get it. This podcast has no better friends than the good people at Encore Insurance Services. We'd like you to check them out because they helped Oscar. Encore Insurance can help you if you're shopping insurance. You know how hard it is to find which company offers the best value.
And it's a drag.
Encore, they survey the most highly rated companies in the insurance industry to compare premiums. Encore does the work so you don't have to. It's free. There's no obligation and no salesman will visit you. Oscar loved it, and just call them toll-free at 347-5748 to get a free life insurance quote, or visit smartterm.com. That's where you'll find the license, disclaimer, and quality customer service. Let me give you those numbers again. 866-347-5748 or go to smartterm.com. Smart Term. Encore Insurance Services, LLC. Check them out for us, but mostly for yourself. Stop paying too much for life insurance. Protect your family the smart way with smartterm.com.
Yes,
and
sir.
we thank ye, thank ye, thank ye. Well, I'm down here in South Florida, and I'm here to say there were a few of them remaining, and they have left.
Oh, the snowbirds.
They are gone.
Is it a Is it a deserted area now?
Let me stick a microphone out the window so
Okay.
you can hear what the neighborhood sounds like.
Please.
Oh, did you see the tumbleweed?
I
Did you
did.
see the tumbleweed go by? That's
now,
it.
How do you
yeah, they're all
feel
gone.
about this? Because I know one of the reasons you wanted to relocate was to get away from the hustle and the bustle of the D.C. area. But you go down there where things are slower anyway. Now that it's abandoned, is it joyful or is it creepy?
It's beautiful.
You love it. Good,
look
good.
at you.
It's beautiful because the only people down here are locals, full-time residents that live here, which I
Like
am now.
yourself.
Local
That's
yokels.
right. Oh, my God. The only thing that makes me pause is when I drive through the neighborhood and I see something that gives me a little bit of a start. And that is,
what?
they're homes that have not just been shut for the season, they are not boarded up. They have these special hurricane window things that cover all of their doors and windows. It looks like something out of a science fiction novel.
Doesn't it look like the Michael Keaton Batman when he locked the Batmobile?
Oh, yeah, like a safe house.
And all the things just slide down?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That is exactly what it looks like. And it is a little disconcerting because, as you know, this week was the official beginning of the hurricane season, which will go... yeah, don't applaud that. That's such bad karma.
No,
for
it's
me.
good karma.
That is bad karma.
What we're
God.
doing, we're diffusing the
Have
situation.
you had damage at your place since you've owned it?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Like
Yeah,
big
we've had a couple of,
damage?
Yeah, he has.
Yeah, not big damage,
Not
but
like,
we've had...
rebuilding damage.
No, but we've had damage, and neighbors have had.
I know
Do you-
for a fact
rebuilding
he's had
damage.
enough damage where he got to know the guy at the hardware store by first name.
Do you have...
Well, that doesn't count because that was a flood because a toilet broke.
Yeah.
Yeah, but didn't it break during hurricane season?
what a
May-
jerk.
It did break technically during hurricane season.
So,
but the
it
only
is.
hurricane was the one coming out of someone's ass. So
It was Hurricane Anus. I know they always name the hurricanes.
yeah, well, the first storm of the year, Hurricane Anus.
Do you-
and then usually if we get lots of name storms, they wrap it up with Hurricane Rectum.
Did you have those windows? Because when I was down there for the brief period of time, I don't know if you have those built in.
Don't have them. Don't think I'll get them.
Okay.
But the big question for me, and I'd be lying if I didn't tell you that I think about this a lot, is the plan to beat feet in the event that something's coming. If it looks like there's even a chance of it, I
got no room in
I don't
my
have
house.
I don't have any wiggle room because I've got an 11-month-old. So I mean, I'm not gonna.
Yeah, you gotta go.
I almost used the F word. I'm not gonna F around.
Yeah.
Hey, I got a question for you.
Sure.
Very important question.
Please.
There's something amiss in your studio in D.C.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, where is
Where's
he?
Andy?
Andy's
where's
been given to another family. Yeah, you snooze, you lose.
Like you snossed and lost.
Yeah.
You bastard.
Yeah, Mama.
Andy was the show mascot.
Yeah, there's not that much real estate here in the studio. So
Oh, you
Yeah.
sneaky
I'm not
son
sneaky.
of a... I cannot believe you did that without consulting your partners. You got rid of Andy the mascot bear.
no one seemed to notice except for you.
I didn't notice, to be honest.
Well, Rob didn't care. Rob and Pony, and you don't notice. Jesus Christ, you don't notice. You don't notice the door in front of you when you're walking through it.
This is true.
Yeah.
But the fact is, my God, Andy the bear was our man. We named him.
Yeah, Mike, the Bolivian giveth, and the Bolivian taketh away. And
Who did you give it to?
Yeah, who?
I gave it back to my mom's house.
To the house
Yeah,
itself.
you hoarded it. You hoarded it. You took it back to the warehouse.
Until you come
the
back.
warehouse with the
I'm
dead
sorry
printers.
you didn't take it with you.
What's it sitting on my dining room table at your mother's house? Is that where it is now?
No, it's sitting in her living room.
It's
like
sitting in her-
like he's a guest.
I demand that bear be returned to its proper home.
How hard
in
would
our
it be,
studio.
Oscar? And here's a
Yes.
compromise. And
Chess?
you are more technological than me.
Please.
What if we had a live bear cam?
Oh, a live
so
feed.
that Mike could, click
Oh,
Ustream
my
and
God.
always see where Andy
Well,
is.
how
Let me tell you.
Yes.
Let me tell you what my plans were, and you guys didn't even know this because we didn't discuss it. But
Well,
I'll tell
because
you,
you're always thinking, and this
Yeah.
is
I
your
am.
plan.
tough.
Well, but this was my thought. When we go up to Maine,
Yes.
there would be an occasion, not a lot of them because there's too many people, but there would be an occasion where maybe a splinter group or the core guys would head out to have a little dinner out. And
Sure.
I thought we would bring Andy the bear with us up to Maine, and Andy would come out to the restaurants with us and sit at a table.
That would be great.
Well, not because think about what we eat.
And the
in Maine.
waitress comes over. Hi, my name's Jenny. I'll be your server. I said, hi, this is Mike. My name's Mike. This is my friend Oscar, and this is my buddy Rob. This is Oscar's girlfriend Shannon. This is Rob's son Robert. This is my wife Carla. My little son Michael William, and this is Andy.
But what if we were to
Andy,
spill? You know what? That's not an environment for the bear. What if we were to spill drawn butter on him?
You now see. You're doing shtick, Shecky,
Am
and
I?
the fact is, I wanted to really bring this bear up to Maine and really speak to it like it's a
Mike,
human being.
on
and
Monday,
I ignored the bear. I
On
ignored the
Monday,
bear.
we'll bring it back.
Thank you.
No problem.
Rob doesn't like the look.
I
Rob
gotta,
doesn't
I gotta
like the
see.
bear.
I gotta see the old lady anyways on Sunday. I'll pick it right up and put it right back.
How
in my
nice
car.
of you to visit your mother and
Yes.
refer to her as the
That's
old
terrific.
lady.
Any plans with with Mrs. Santana?
No, I went there yesterday to help her set up her first L.A. trip. So because she doesn't use the internet very well, I had to set
She's
it
going
up
out
for
to
her.
see the daughter.
She's Hollywood bound.
Or is she going to visit, or is she going to audition?
No.
I always forget,
She
is
just
it-
missed
is it-
the So You Think You Can Dance audition?
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah.
Is it her daughter or is it her?
It's her daughter. It's Tatiana that's out there with her.
Tatiana
son-in-law,
has
yes.
Luca, right?
Luca.
Yeah,
Tatiana
and
is your
also a
sister.
smaller daughter, right?
Yes, Sophia.
That's right.
So,
that's right.
so she's getting ready to go out and visit your sister out in Los Angeles. Has she ever been out to L.A.?
She's never been out to Los Angeles. The closest
Is
she's
she-
been to Los Angeles is Phoenix, Arizona, where she went for 2 days. Said, "Good luck, son, and see you later."
Wow. Did you
Was
buy
she
her a
planning
map?
on staying? Was she planning on staying longer?
She's going for a week, so that's not so.
No,
bad.
and when she came to visit you and she was there for 2 days, was she planning on staying longer?
Oh no, we were staying. CBS put us in extended stay for a month. So
How nice.
They're the best.
I remember my mom was like, "All right, I'm gonna get out of here now. Nice digs."
But you know what?
Joy.
When CBS, with the amount of time they employed you at a stretch, putting you in an extended stay
30 days?
is
Oh,
actually
yeah.
a vote of confidence.
I was
from
like, "Oh,
CBS.
they really
You're absolutely
believe in
right.
us."
Yeah.
Jeez.
You're
Now,
absolutely right.
Is your mom, is she prepared for Hollywood? Does she have a map of the stars' homes? Does she have a floppy hat and sunglasses?
It's funny because you can tell that she doesn't want to show her excitement because that's just the way my mom is.
Sure.
But the first thing she asked me for, because I had to take her Lord and Taylor card away a while ago, is
He's the man of the house. He runs
Yes.
her. He runs her life.
Yeah,
he runs her
I
life. Well,
suppose.
his father is down tangoing in South America, and Oscar's the man of the house.
I'd be lost without my Lord and Taylor.
so the bit is every
I didn't
time
know Lord and Taylor's was still a business.
Every time I go there, she's like, "Tienes mi tarjeta?" Which is, "Do you have my card?" And I was like, "Oh, Mom, I forgot." And I didn't forget. I just don't bring it with me.
Right.
And she's
she
like,
abused it.
No, it doesn't. Not that she abuses it, but she ends up buying. And she abuses it in the way that she buys me dress shirts, my brother dress shirts, my sister work clothes, and
Dress shirts.
And we're adults. And by the way, do I wear dress shirts right now? No.
No, you wear black
No.
T-shirt.
Yes.
So few people wear dress shirts
Yes.
anymore. It's becoming
Yeah.
fewer and fewer.
And they're not even tailored. They're the boxy ones
Yeah.
that she gets
Right.
on sale.
You know the way the common people dress, Mike. You know what? He had a great phone call with his mother yesterday, and there is no greater joy for me than when Oscar calls his mom. And actually, intern One Beat Rob Ford was here, and I said, "Listen, this is great because Oscar talks effortlessly between Spanish and English when he talks to his mother. He goes like,
Right.
A credit card."
No, Mom, we're gonna go out there. No, it's Thursday. Yeah, you don't understand. Yeah, Tatiana said she wanted. No, that'll be Mom. You don't have to.
It's so beautiful. It's a wonderful. Now, will she do any touristy stuff out there, or just family stuff?
She's as excited as mentioning because she said, "Okay, I know that I've been asking for the card for 5 months now, but I really want to get myself some clothes for the trip." So she's excited. So I think she will do touristy things, but I don't think she knows what to expect.
Right.
So
But,
are Tatiana and your brother-in-law they're dug in out there now?
Yes, they sent a wonderful
happy?
picture. Happy, and my sister. I think she said, I quote, "I feel like I'm living in a Ralph Lauren ad." And I said, "Well, you know what? congratulations.
Wow, if anyone ever said that to
so
me,
jealous.
I would.
He's so jealous of that. That's what he wants to live in.
Yeah,
He
I would,
wanna live in
you
it.
know, if anyone
happy
said
for
that to
them.
me, I'd punch him in the face. No one wants to hear that.
You know what Joe Theismann said to me one time at a golf course?
What?
I've told this quote before.
What
This
is
is for, there's this thing. A lot of people, when I bring up Joe Theismann, Joe was an ass. Oh, no, he wasn't. He won a
No.
Super Bowl.
Wonderful guy.
Joe, I said to Joe, so Joe, how you doing? He said, Mike, if I could die and come back as me, I would.
Wow.
You know what? That's hilarious.
It is.
It's hilarious.
But, yeah, they're digging the lifestyle out there.
Yeah, and the kids are happy, and they're just so excited. That they're telling me about when they're going to go to Legoland and when they get to go back to Disney World, Disneyland, and just have a
Luca
great
just
time.
got a sitcom on ABC Family. So I think
That kid could.
he's
That
cute
kid
enough.
could.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he could.
I told
Yeah,
my
but
sister, don't get him into that unless he really wants to.
Have they ever, every parent does that. Every parent has that discussion.
No.
And, I've got a cute baby, and I'm like, no. Look, just look at the track
Yeah.
record. All you have to do is look at the kids that get involved in television programs.
not
They
all of
inevitably
them.
turn into Corey Feldman.
Hey, Mike, there's always the lucky break of the Melissa Gilbert. You know what? He could end up married to Bruce Boxleitner and have a very happy life.
There's always the Shirley Temple Black
Oh, and Mike, you know what? Box to the day she died.
and an ambassador, Rob.
Really speaking the good words of America.
Well, the only
That's
way
right.
it would be cool if maybe somebody just scouted him and saw, look, this kid can actually has his ass together. That'd be awesome. Otherwise, I don't think there's really any interest.
What if someone scouted him and said, we have him an idea for a sitcom with him where he's, due to unforeseen circumstances, forced to live with his uncle?
Yeah.
Uncle
If there's
Jesse?
anybody that would get
Oh.
that kid in a TV show, it's just like, hello, Luca. Yes, shake hands with Mr. Holstein. Yes. Very nice. Mr. Holstein said he's shopping your pilot to 60 different networks. And he'll get right back to you.
It's going to be
All
the
right.
first sitcom on the Travel Channel.
Lost
Luca,
boy.
Luca, listen, I'm going to take you to Disneyland because there's a chance that you're going to be appearing on Oxygen in the next 4 years. We'll take a break. We'll come back with more on the Mike O'Mara Show.
Hey, it's the Rob and Joe Show. Stop what you're doing right now and listen to our show.
This is a promo going on the Mike O'Mara Show. We're not going to encourage their listeners to stop listening.
After you're done listening to the Mike O'Mara Show, instead of playing with your kids don't like you, let's be honest. Your wife, your husband, that ship has sailed. Listen to the Rob and Joe Show.
You don't need to eat, you fat ass. Listen to the Rob and Joe Show.
Yeah, don't go outside. There's sun. It's bad for you. Rob and Joe Show, live on Monday nights, robandjoeshow.com. Subscribe on iTunes and Stitcher.
Let me share with our Maryland listeners
Yeah.
that the Robin Joe Show
Yay?
is for people that are in the know. It's
is.
the place to go if you want to have some fun, Rob and Joe, I believe they're both Marylanders because it sounded like that on that
If
promo.
you're having trouble with the Rob and Joe Show on your internet, try Chrome. It's a great browser.
Google Chrome is the place to go for the Rob and Joe Show. Always a good time.
Another quick programming note. It's Mickey is back.
Yes.
So check it out.
Is there a chance we can get Mickey Coachella on the show to discuss the turmoil?
Absolutely.
I think so.
Listeners want to know.
Next week, I'll
They
talk to him.
truly want to know. I would love to. Any progress on getting Kevin Meaney to come on the show while he's in Israel?
You know what? He did not return his message because he was swimming in the Dead Sea.
Kevin Meaney, who was stopped at the airport for apparently just bumping into a lady,
Yes.
wrote a lengthy message on his Facebook page talking about the entire circumstance, and it really it made me realize. I'll tell you about it in a minute. It's really terrific. As I grow older and wiser, folks, there's one thought that will always come to mind, one notion that I believe with all my being, and that is you only truly regret the things that you don't do.
That's right, Oscar.
Hey, listen, ladies and gentlemen, save yourself from agony and sadness. Today is the day for you to order your 2014 bonus show package. You can order now, and you'll get all of the 2014 shows, plus on-demand video access to each show and unlimited access to the entire anthology. That's everything. Yeah, you can spend weeks listening to everything that we've done for you.
Binge listening.
Binge listening, and that's every TMOS bonus show since we started. At $69.99, you save over 25%. We also have monthly packages. As always, you can order a la carte. Check out all the details at MikeO'MaraShow.com and choose the one that's right for you. Just click on the bonus show banner, and they'll tell you how to get it. The 2014 TMOS bonus package, because 5 hours a week just ain't enough, people, and because you never want to suffer the heartache of regret.
So true.
And we thank you. We thank you in advance for that. Okay, so Kevin Meaney goes into JFK Airport, bumps into a lady. The lady's husband tracks him down screaming, "You hit my wife. You hit my wife." Security is called. Police are called. Kevin Meaney is cuffed.
Yes.
Kevin Meaney is detained. Kevin Meaney is brought to jail.
Oh, no.
And then they look at the videotape. I guess the DA looks at the videotape and says, he bumped into somebody. That was it.
But
And,
could you believe the amount of time he was held? And also, it was a very horrifying tale that he told. And also the fact that when he was released, I felt for the guy. He said he burst into tears because he had been like among hardened criminals for 18 hours.
Yep, and only like the last half hour he got to have a solitary cell before they released him. I'm about to confess to something that I have done probably less than 4 times in my entire life, but I have done it.
Is it murder?
And, no, none of that, Oscar. Thank you. Yeah, that's why. Right there. Right there is a reason to subscribe to the Mike O'Mara Show bonus package.
You know, Mike,
absolutely, to see Oscar's fabulous pantomime.
What's so funny is that a lot of shows have like a motto or a mascot. We might be the only podcast that has a signature gesture, and we go to it several times. and I believe
that is our signature gesture.
And I do believe the original name of the gesture, Mike, was multitasking.
How did you enjoy your interview with him? Oh, it was multitasking. So this is what I would do.
Your mouth.
In crowded situations where there are a lot of rude people, I have on occasion done the fake bump into. Have you ever done the fake bump into?
How does that work?
It can work if somebody is crowding you. It can work if somebody is taking their half out of the middle, as my father used to say.
Right.
If somebody is being just very rude and ignoring you, and it can be done also.
It's like a shoulder check.
I've probably done it at sporting events.
Sure.
I've done it at sporting events.
A crowded concourse.
It usually involves someone who has wronged you before in the crowded situation.
So it's
probably
fueled by revenge. It's fueled by
it's
revenge.
usually it's like I go, oh, I am so, and not in any painful way, but just where you make contact, you go, oh, I am so sorry. But sometimes they know, and then that's the best part of all.
You had your brand new white Skechers on.
Yes.
And he scuffed them up.
Yeah. He wrecked your Vans.
Yes.
I'm trying to think of the circumstances where I've done it, and I think
you
what
did it to me once in your kitchen. Not really. No,
I did no such thing.
It's
usually like at a store, and there's some person being rude, and then you just go, okay, I know when I've done it.
Okay.
I know when I've done it. I've done it. I've done it on casino floors.
Oh, but you're always grumpy on casino floors.
I'm very grumpy on a casino floor.
No, there are isolated instances when he's real happy.
And Rob, there are occasional groups of people on the casino floors that really have. I don't want to offend anybody.
No,
that don't have any sense of personal space.
Yes.
Oh, how dare you! They're mostly the dealers.
Mike, you've hit a button by accident on your instant
my
replay.
Finger. I'm sorry. Let me stop that. I slipped and hit.
You are so ham-handed.
Why would you
I am so sorry.
shoulder check somebody at a casino like that?
Because they are oblivious to anyone else who is walking in their direction or coming at them. They just don't care. And they expect that they are swimming so totally in the land of me that they casually expect everybody to simply move out of their way. And occasionally I would
never done this.
And I would, of course you have.
But I do
wouldn't.
something different.
You're a nicer person than I am.
I wouldn't say that. I would say we have a
You have your mean streak, but you manifest itself in different ways.
I will call people out. I will say at this volume in a setting like a casino or a mall or something, I will say, "Oh, pardon me."
See, that's actually not as sneaky as what I do. I'll do the thing where, oh my God, look at this person. And then I give them the shoulder check.
Uh-huh.
And it's
How
not a
hard?
shoulder check. Oh, not hard at all. I don't do it like where it's
I've
going
been
to injure
shoulder
somebody.
checked multiple
him?
times. No, multiple times, different people.
Okay.
Now,
Because I
are
may
you,
be the guy that just walks where he wants to walk.
you know, and it's common courtesy. And as we know
It's
and
happened
we
to
have
me,
discussed.
and when it happens to me, I'm like, I'm not going to hurt that man. I'm going to keep
well,
walking.
you're not going to get into it. And most people don't get.
And by the way, I'm not going to hurt anybody. I'm just walking away.
No, it's true.
The people that I've shoulder checked, probably 99% of the people that I've done that to, probably have no even slight awareness of somebody was doing that on purpose because they're oblivious to others anyway. And we've discussed it on the show before. In the age of courtesy going out the window,
Oh, yeah.
you know, and really, I remembered probably 4 or 5 years ago. Just having one particular trip to the Costco in Manassas and saying to myself, civility, any even semblance of civility is absolutely gone.
That goes for any Costco, though.
We're
Well,
animals.
it depends. It depends on the time.
You're probably right.
The
big box
holidays,
store.
forget
the
about
holidays. What you got to do is you got to shop Costco Tuesday afternoon.
Have you ever run your cart into someone else's cart?
Absolutely.
Oh, I have. I have also really, you know, and I give the shoulder check on one side, but on the other side, I also will try at least a little bit, at least at the beginning, to do the excuse me, thank you, excuse me.
Yeah.
But you build up to a point, and there's no rolling back. If you've had 5 bad experiences at Costco, you don't give everybody a blank slate. You've already colored.
I don't know if I'm a member now anymore.
Really? You can come out and shop with me.
No, I don't want. I don't. The only reason I was a member is because Mike lived down there, and I was like, oh, I guess I can just stop by Costco.
Don't they have one? Do they have one in D.C.?
They have one in D.C., but it's on the other side of the city.
Oh,
like going towards Lanham.
Oh, so it's
speaking
not
of
Glover
retail,
Park. Yeah.
As far as retail is concerned, there is the other species that I referred to as the wizened Otway.
Okay.
And the wizened Otway is the woman who really knows exactly what she's doing.
Oh, yeah.
And she knows you will get out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
She knows. And those are the ones that normally catch on to it. Like if you bump your cart into theirs or you brush by them, or another move is I've noticed that certain women in a retail setting, if you're looking at clothing and say they're in there shopping for their man or something,
right?
They will come into your personal space, and Carrie probably knows this from working in retail. They will come into your personal space, literally almost standing in your shoes.
Oh yeah,
they're that close to you.
My
and I
husband
will do,
needs these. You're not getting them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I will do it's a combination shortstop and backwards movement. Where it's
so you
almost
make
like
them run into you.
You make them seem like they have run into you.
Mike,
but
this is a variation on an insurance scam. What are you doing out
It's
there?
an optical illusion.
You have backed into them.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
then if you do it with enough skill, you can feign indignation and get a nice reaction. It's like, excuse me, excuse me. And if somebody's really following too close, I'll go, excuse me. And I've gotten the women that say sorry, or the ones that say nothing.
What about?
Because they just
aren't
get
you
into their
Mike
own world.
O'Mara?
Do they ever recognize you?
No, those days are
Oh, come on.
That was primarily hockey games. That's where that.
Do you
would
know what
happen.
I love to do? And I'll
games.
do this in any environment, and have done it in many, many environments. And I actually did it at King's Dominion last weekend. When a kid is running and shouldn't be running, I will say in any environment, "Hey, no running!" And it's the greatest because they will stop dead in their
That's
tracks
so wrong.
and look at me. And sometimes I'll give them a look like.
Yeah.
Like that?
Yeah, you.
Yeah, you.
Yeah.
I mean you.
I'm undercover,
kid.
bitch.
So I did it, and it was actually, I'll tell you exactly where it happened. It was at International Street as we were leaving, and a kid ran by me, and his arms were swinging, and he whacked me in the thigh because he was running by me. I said, "Hey, no running!" And at that point, his mom was at the funnel cake stand.
Oh my god!
And looked at me and made eye contact, and I looked right back at her, and I said, "No running." And Julia said to me, she said, "God, she looked really mad at you." I said, "She's mad because she's a bad parent." But I will.
Did she give you any lip, or did she just keep? She go on her way?
No, because keep in mind, Mike, you have known me for 20 years, and you know me to be an uber pussy. But just seeing me on the street, I'm a big guy.
No one knows that.
No one knows it. No. I'm a big guy, and I just yelled at a kid.
Yeah. And you have the scary yell. You always have the scary
I can do that.
yell.
And
no running.
at times in your life, you look like a skinhead.
Yeah, it's true.
You know what I mean?
Freshly shaved head.
Yes.
I could be out there, for White Power Day at King's Dominion. You don't know.
Skinhead. I'm putting Rob in the movie American History X right now.
Mike, I'm in a movie. It's called American History XXXL. it's like the movie, but it's different.
Rob, the next time you go to KD, what you ought to do is get those big army boots and just wear those with camouflage cargo shorts and a plain black T-shirt.
Oh, cool. And maybe I'll draw a tattoo on my arm.
Right. And
you don't need to draw a tattoo. You just have to look. You can look tougher than you dress. Right?
That's true. Yeah.
So you can get the boots.
Yeah.
You can get the camo army shorts, and then you get the black T-shirt. Yeah. And then maybe one piece of like rope and silver.
Yeah.
You could do that.
That'll be good.
And then you just walk around with a turkey leg all day.
And and then I'll have
turkey leg all day.
And then I'll just have to avoid phrases like, "Who wants to ride Whitewater Canyon?"
It's funny. I want to touch on something down here. There's a type of individual that you've all seen him, but I don't know if I talked about this the other day, but it's another Florida subspecies of human being that I would love to address because they make me nervous as well. We'll be right back.
I am he as you are, he as you are, me, and we are all together.
Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. As you know, that it was discovered when I began to use my Florida insurance policy down here that my body was indeed falling apart.
Yes, in
due
ruins.
I have what is called, and Oscar's got a little of it too. He's much younger than me. We both have what's called degenerative disc disease,
yes.
And it wreaks havoc on your back. So I go to physical therapy occasionally to loosen my back up and to have the guy look and say, "Man, you're tight." And thanks, buddy. I appreciate it.
Yeah, you're keeping it tight.
Keeping it tight. One of the things he told me, gave me a list of exercises to do, and some of these exercises you can do when you first wake up, and you can actually do them in bed. And I remember the conversation going like this. He said, well, you can do it in bed, but if you have one of those soft mattresses, and I went, aha! I have a sleep number bed, and do you know what my physical therapist said to me, a man in much better shape than me?
What?
He said, I have one too. And it's the greatest.
Good guy.
I'm not kidding you. These are people that are in the know, and my physical therapist has one, and I have one. And the fact is, I came back home that night, firmed up my sleep number bed, because with the dual air technology, you can adjust it to your perfect setting. I wanted a super firm mattress for that night so I could do my little exercises. And I'm just here to sing the praises of Sleep Number again, because if you haven't tried one, you've got to do it. They've got something brand new. Let me give you the timpani. Here we go. We talk about it all the time. It's called
Sleep IQ Technology.
Thank you, Mike.
Sleep IQ Technology
provides a simple and intuitive way to know better sleep, and it's only available on Sleep Number beds. The Sleep Number bed is the only bed that lets you track and optimize your sleep with the wonderful
Sleep IQ Technology.
An easy-to-use interactive app on your iPhone or your desktop or your regular phone. It doesn't matter. Sensors work directly with the dual-air technology inside the bed to track how you're sleeping, and it couldn't be easier to use. Nothing to wear, nothing to turn on. All you have to do is sleep. And I would do it right away. If you have a bad back, it's a lifesaver. Clinically proven to sleep to help your back. My Sleep Number setting is a 75. Carlos is an 85. Remember, folks, only one place in the world to find the Sleep Number bed with
Sleep IQ Technology, Mike.
Thanks, Mike. A Sleep Number store. Find your Sleep Number setting today at any of the 450 Sleep Number stores nationwide. You can find one near you by calling 800-511-0061. That number again, 800-511-0061. And don't forget to tell them that Mike O'Mara sent you, and we thank you for that in advance.
Have you leaked any video of you doing your exercises yet, like the president did?
No.
I think it would be great.
No.
Wouldn't that be a good video?
Oh, that would be great.
See Mike on his bed?
Oh, that's not going to be happening, Rob. That is
like
not
that.
going to be
Okay.
happening. Rest assured, you ain't going to see that baby. Anyway, getting back to the show. So down here in beautiful Paradise Land, Florida, there's a type of human being that I've seen a lot of, and I've seen a lot more of, or at least noticed them since all the elderly snowbirds went back
Well,
home.
because they kind of stand out now. The population's down.
That's right.
Absolutely.
They've thinned the herd.
Yes, thin the herd. These people are I guess you would call them the Florida crackers.
Delicious
And
with cheese.
Like saltwater crackers?
Man, let me tell you,
What
Oscar,
is a
you're coming out
saltwater
of,
cracker?
You're coming out of a
Never had
shopping
one?
center.
Oh, they're so good.
You're coming out of a shopping center and you see a pickup truck.
Yeah.
And the pickup truck has in the back of the bed a full size, like a huge full size Confederate flag.
Oh, like
the kind
in
you
the
would,
bed or on the back of the
in the
glass?
bed of the truck, a full size.
Oh,
I'm
wow.
talking
That's
about the kind
commitment.
you would fly over a school.
Wow.
You know, a full size flag.
What school is
unfurled.
flying that flag?
Unfurled over the school, and there it is. And it's usually the raised pickup truck. It's usually a young kid. He's got short hair.
Yes.
He's got the sunglasses on. Usually has some sort of fishing sticker on the back of his truck. But I've seen a lot of this. I mentioned to you that there's a lady that cleans houses down here.
Yeah.
That has kind of the rebel theme on the back of her car. There just seems to be, you know.
Do you ever see my people with the rebel theme that just are trying to assimilate a little too much?
Don't think so. You know what I
okay.
see, and really, not to stereotype,
People
but I
get
will
confused.
stereotype. But really, to be honest with you, sorry, wrong music. What I see down here frequently is your people busting their ass.
Yeah.
I mean, busting
Go
their
get it.
ass. I will tell you something, man. They did a project down here that was on a golf course, and the golf course was. They did what would be done back home in probably a 2.5 week period. They did it in 4 days.
Wow.
Here. And these guys were just going and going and going. It's different down here. Landscaping and maintenance of property and flora and fauna and all that goes along with it. It is a huge deal. First of all, it's year-round, and it's taken extremely seriously.
I like to
there
hear
are
that.
there are so many businesses that compete, and watching these guys work, it's just incredible. There is no time wasted. There's simply too much business. They don't dick around. You don't see cigarettes. You don't see any. You see these guys waltz in, balls to the wall, waltz out, and get it done in
So they dance too.
that
must be something.
It's really not a waltz. It's the merengue.
a fraction of the time. But then you see the guys that, and I'm curious, what would you think? What would go through your mind if you saw what I did 2 days ago, which was driving out of the hardware store,
right?
And a guy's coming up the road and driving his pickup truck, flying the Confederate flag, full-size Confederate flag, in the back of his flatbed. Doesn't that go beyond having like a little bumper sticker?
My guess would be, first off, honestly, ignorance.
Yes.
Not realizing what he's advertising.
Also, I'd be concerned
Not sure about
about going under bridges. Like, would that flag have the clearance so it wouldn't cause an accident?
That's true. Well, Oscar always wants to obey local traffic
Yes.
laws. But
Like
don't
the
you
overhead
think,
clearance.
I mean, could you really, if you understood what that flag represented, could you, in good conscience, fly it? So don't you think, do you give him the chance of ignorance?
I would drive a General Lee.
Well, of course, that was the greatest car ever.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if that makes me an Uncle Tom.
Well, I waited in line to get my picture taken with the General
With
Lee.
Cooter?
No, Cooter was not there.
Oh.
It was just, you know what?
That
the
was
show
just Rob's
so
love
hot.
of pop culture, though. That was Rob enjoying
No, this
pop
is when
culture.
the Dukes of Hazzard was so happening. The stars didn't even tour the car show; just the car toured.
Oh,
and you waited in line to get your picture taken with the General Lee.
That is so
And I
cool.
thought I was an idiot for waiting in line to see Mario Andretti when I was a kid with my dad.
No.
And,
No, I don't
you
think
know,
so.
You know, all kids go through, I think, that phase where the autograph is very, very important.
$25.
Yeah, I didn't have to pay for Mario Andretti. I got Mario Andretti and Big Daddy Don Garlitz and Don Prudhomme, who were
The
drag
chef?
racers.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Big Daddy Kane.
That's Paul Prudhomme. you
I
ass.
would wait in line to get his autograph. I think we've lost him though, haven't we?
Yeah.
Has he
Paul
passed?
Prudhomme.
Has
Isn't he the one that used to have the rascal scooter that he would go on TV shows
Yes.
with?
Oh, no.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
The guy was-
It's,
Yeah, he was heavy.
He would roll on in?
yeah, he would.
yeah,
He
well, it's Paul Prudhomme, or as we like to say, Robin Mike in 4 years.
would. Four.
Thank you.
Jesus.
Thank you.
Well,
Thank
no,
you very
it
When
much.
I
looks
get
like
my
you-
scooter though, King's Dominion is going to be the best.
Mike, it looks like you've lost a little weight. I didn't want to jinx you.
I'm down another pound, but I'm doing it. I mean, so slowly. It's
Yeah.
like I'm losing a pound every 2 weeks. That's I'm not flying. I'm not having it
Rob,
fly off.
That's
me. I'm
excellent
doing
though. That's good. That's the way to do it.
Rob, you're going in the opposite direction.
You know, as always, Mike and I have tried to remain the same weight together always the total adds up. So as a courtesy, when Mike loses a pound, I gain a pound, and that's
Rob,
just because we're buddies.
Be a deer. Could you find in your sound effects?
Yes.
Do you have any sound of splashing, like a diving into water or a splashing sound effect? Because I'm going to tell you, I'm not going the same way I used to go because it didn't work for me when I would do diet.
The dramatic weight loss.
What it simply is more activity and
less
a better
calories.
diet. A better diet is just so much better down here.
Sure.
Easier to do down here too. So I mean, if you want to know why I've creeped a little bit and lost a little bit of weight, it's because of lifestyle. But with tweaking up my activity level, I think I could do even better. But my motivating tool right now, the one thing that I'm just a little concerned about,
Yes.
and it's constantly flashing through my my world, is when we go up to Maine.
Yes.
You know that I'm going to have a boat in the water up in Maine that I'm going to take all of you
course.
out on for a boat ride.
Yes.
And I'm very excited about taking you all out on my little boat for a boat ride. But in order for me to get to my little boat,
Yes.
I have to get in a littler boat, the way it works up there. A lot of people that keep their boats in slips or marinas don't know what this is all about. This is up in Maine where you have harbors and you have to take the dinghy,
Right.
Oh,
the little
that's
mini,
right.
the little mini dinghy out. And I don't want to go so far as to say that I've had horrible nightmares thinking about it, but I think about the dinghy. One of my childhood memories is my father and my uncle getting in a dinghy together and the top of the dinghy being 1/8 of an inch from the water's surface.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not designed for a large crew of people.
Right. As a matter of fact, when we're up there, Pony, do you know how to row?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Well,
Pony,
guess I'm rowing.
Pony might be. Pony actually might get the tutorial on how to dock
Mike,
the boat.
he might not only know how to row, he also has similar build to an oar. So
my greatest concern
Yeah.
is in the dinghy, out of the dinghy. So I'm trying to drop a few lbs so it's not completely ridiculous when I get there. Mike's getting in the dinghy once again. Okay, Mike. Help me, please. Help me, please. I help you. Oh, God. Thank you. Thank you very much. What do they call it, a dinghy? Oh, anyway.
I like it.
So, yeah, we'll see what happens.
So when you
with
get
that.
in the dinghy, is it? Because I don't know. It's just a little boat, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's a tiny boat.
With
They're
a
usually
prop?
made out of. They can be. No, it's not a prop. You row out to your boat,
And the
then
boat
you
is
tie
like
the dinghy up.
the boat is actually moored. That's the word I think is the
Yes,
right word.
you-
To like
you
it
put
looks
it on
like a pole that would hold up a dock.
Okay.
And
No, it's a float. It's a float.
Oh, is
you
it a
moor
float?
it to a
Wait a
float.
second.
You got, what it is it is a float that is attached to a rope that is attached to a chain that is attached to a piece of granite.
And
that
the music
stays on
goes down and around.
And it stays on the ocean floor, and they use big chunks of rock or granite to keep what is basically it's a permanent anchor. is what it is.
Okay.
And
got
so
it.
you
It's a
actually go
permanent anchor.
and put your dinghy on the permanent anchor, untie your boat
Yeah.
from the permanent anchor, and then you can
Right.
go to your loading area, I suppose. Is that what it is?
We are such mooks. Yes, that's it. It just sounds funny when
Sure.
you say it.
Yeah.
Go to the loading area.
loading area,
Otherwise known as the dock.
It could be a
And,
dock, but it doesn't have to be
yeah.
a dock.
But once
Well,
you
the big difference, guys, the big difference for this trip, we didn't do this the last time we were all up there. We're going to be doing a lot of water fun. I'm busting my ass to do this. I'm trailing a boat thousands of miles to get it up there so that we can all
Just
hang
for
out
us.
on
And
it
we're
and have
on
a
the
good
dock,
time.
and we say, "Ahoy! I see Mike."
hey,
Help! Help!
why are your shorts wet?
Yeah. Wait,
Help me!
because was it Cousin Billy that took us on a boat ride when we were up there, and we saw seals?
Cousin Billy, yes.
And it was, that was a great trip.
There was no dinghy on Cousin Billy.
No.
yeah, Cousin Billy had a dinghy to go out to get his boat.
Ah.
Absolutely. Yes.
Billy's dinghy.
Yeah. So we are. Oh my! We're practically doing the shows already.
Do you
aren't
know
we?
what was
Yes,
so
we are.
great about that boat ride? And the one thing I do remember is that when Mike stood at the bridge with
Yeah.
Billy, I could see them as 10-year-old kids.
Oh, two little kids.
It was
yeah.
so funny to see, and it was the same way when Teddy came over. When
Yep.
you're around your family,
Right.
you are
It's a different
transported
dynamic.
back.
Yeah.
It was so cool to watch.
If you boys think that over the years working together, you have busted my balls on occasion, I will tell you that if every single cousin is in the same room, it is ball busting elevated to Renaissance painting.
I was going to say it's the golden era, isn't it?
It's that surgical, it's that skillful, and nothing, and I got used to it. I got used to it at a very young age where nothing is really taken seriously. I'll tell you a funny story. I've probably shared this on the air before, but when my father was in the last year of his life, he had his last summer up in Maine, and I wasn't there. I'd been up there earlier, and I was back home working in Washington, D.C., and apparently my cousins took my father out on one of these little center console boats because my dad was alive when he would go out on the water, and he loved it. He loved it more than anything, and he couldn't really walk that well, and he was on oxygen, and it was his last trip out to the bay where he was out on the water, and it was very poignant and very sweet that my cousins did this for him. Well, one of my cousins had a very attractive blonde girlfriend, and when they came back in the evening, probably 5, 6 o'clock, right before cocktail hour, with my family, and they came back in after their little jaunt around the bay, because my dad's legs were shot, he literally had to be practically carried out of the boat and lifted out of the boat. And so the young lady who was dating one of my cousins, I forgot which one, very attractive young lady, reached down and put her arms around my father and supported him as they helped him out of the boat.
Aww.
Well, later that evening, you would think this man is, he's in the twilight of his life. He's on oxygen. He's got all these health issues. And they told me the story that they were sitting in the room, and no one is spared because one of my other cousins said, well, I don't know what was going on, but all I know is that I saw Uncle Bill, that's my father, at the bottom of the dock, and he was making out with a woman who was a fraction of his age. And it was disgusting. They saw she had the arms wrapped around him. I've never seen anything quite like it. And they said my dad had tears streaming down his face. It was just they're a funny group of people.
Sweet.
But so that's one of the plans that we're going to have up there. But as I said, getting back to the whole weight loss thing, these dinghies are really not specially designed for people of larger carriage, and you have to mind your, I've checked into the weight ramifications for them, and we're gonna, let's just say, Rob, you and I would not be rowing a dinghy out there.
Here's
together.
what'll happen, Mike.
It would not happen.
You get in the dinghy. I will make sure everyone's ready on the dock. Meanwhile, tonight I'm going to go home and check the weight specs for your center console boat.
I think really at one point, one of the things we should do is nobody else but the three of us should go on a water adventure.
I'll bring the sat phone.
Something that actually involves a little danger. Where we go out.
The
where
three
we go
of
out
us,
far.
a movie star, a professor, and of course the Howls.
Yeah, you probably should get the Gilligan's theme for that, where we, where we head out and we actually, go to some sort of.
That would be sweet.
Parts unknown. It might not be sweet when you see the ocean swells, because I'm talking about the Great Atlantic Ocean, which is right out there.
Why would we do that?
Yeah, Mike, it's really, when you have a center console, essentially a boat like that, they're not designed for the ocean.
Oh, sure they are. I mean, they're probably not.
Sure.
They're probably not designed for super rough conditions on the ocean, but, maybe we'll get lucky.
You mean like conditions with what, like waves? Because you know what? The waves are pretty much a standard.
Well, no, just not severe waves. I mean, it depends on the condition.
Any body of water that I
can
can see sea lions off, let's say the bay, I think that's good enough, right? Some wildlife.
Yeah, but wouldn't you like to go out maybe into
see
the
some
bay?
wellwhales?
Would you like to go whale watching?
Oh, yeah.
We do our own whale
I'll
watching?
take my shirt off.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it'd be fun. We could actually go across and follow one of the boats that's designed for it.
Yeah, we can just anchor ourselves to them.
Like the barnacle?
It'll be big fun. But
Does Pony get to come?
To on the trip up to Maine?
No, I mean when we do the boys trip on the boat.
Out.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, especially if we're going to go fishing, we need to chum.
Come on, chum. Hop in.
It should be
chum.
fun. Pony, you are coming, right, to Maine? I just, you made your arrangements, haven't you?
Yes, indeed.
Oh, Mike.
And how are you? Yes, go ahead.
I know Pony's great because he travels light, right? Think about the space.
He does everything light.
You taking the Subaru up to Maine, Pony?
No, I'm going to do that thing where you climb onto the airplane and get in the landing gear,
He's going to do that thing.
Pony will be joining us a little late for dinner up in Maine because he's lost 4 of his toes due to frostbite. But he made it. He's a fighter. All right, we will take a break, come back with Oscar Razzi and all the entertainment news that's fit to share right here on the Mike O'Mara Show, everybody.
Do you talk C++?
Do I?
Can you telnet into port 25 and fake an email?
Can I?
Do you like to surf the backplane of a router?
Yes, I do.
Have you ever hex-edited your way to a registered version?
Sounds sexy.
We're not going to be talking about any of those things, but what will we be talking about, Oscar?
It's technology and the way it affects your life.
And we're going to be combining a lot of entertainment. It's going to be a good time. This is not your father's tech show.
Tech 411 Show, available on the More Broadcasting Network and on iTunes.
That means it's good, so please check it out.
Annunciation. Oh, I love it. You two boys. You two boys. Did you have a snootful when you recorded that promo?
It was probably about a year ago. I imagine so.
Yeah. That was the drinking days.
Yeah, I still drink.
I love it.
Those TM Soft happy hours, you know?
Yeah. Do you still do those TM Soft happy hours?
Right after the
good
shows.
boy. Very good. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. This segment is brought to you by The Man Great. We love The Man Great, and time is running out for your Father's Day gift. Man Greats are the best gift to give Dad this Father's Day. They're perfect, great for dads, grads, even for yourself. We're talking about the 100% made in America grilling grates that Men's Health says are revolutionizing the way people grill. Man Grates are perfect. They're a wonderful gift. And doesn't your dad deserve the best? Of course he does. So click on the Man Grate banner at MikeO'MaraShow.com for their $19.99 Dad's Day special. Remember, each order comes with a spectacular, and I mean spectacular, Man Grate grilling brush.
Mike, my dinghy has never been cleaner.
That is the best grill brush out there. It is really true. They're great grill brushes. Again, that's the Man Grate Grill Enhancement System. Order today at MikeO'MaraShow.com, and you'll have the juiciest, most delicious Father's Day ever. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Oscar Razzi.
Gentlemen, happy Friday.
Howdy.
Are you big Indiana Jones fans?
I loved the movies.
Yes?
Yeah, sure.
You know,
Take it or leave it.
These days, I'm sorry to hear that, Mike, but these days, remakes are all the rage.
Sure.
And it looked, as of yesterday, but the rumor's finally been cleared up, that Robert Pattinson was going to play Indiana Jones.
Boo!
A terrible choice. I read about that, and it is a terrible choice in my opinion.
Yeah, looks like that's not the fact. Maybe Bradley Cooper, they say, still
Better,
working on it.
He's too snarky, I think.
No, I think Bradley Cooper snark can work with Indiana Jones, but with Bradley Cooper, the thing might be a little overexposure, don't you think?
Maybe. I'm thinking Seth Rogen.
So, no Rob
Russell
Pattinson.
Brand, I think. Russell Brand would be a good one.
But he has to get back on heroin.
Maybe
That's
Bradley
right.
Cooper. We'll find out. But
That's the holy chalice, isn't it? All right, sorry.
Twitter was all the buzz about that yesterday.
Yeah.
Jennifer Lopez, another breakup in her life.
Was she dating like an 18-year-old guy?
After 3.5 years, she has broken up with Casper Smart. As you remember, early in the relationship, there was some allegations that Casper was going to peep shows in New York. Do you remember that story when we actually
recall
did that?
Yeah. Casper not so smart.
They got past that. The 44-year-old singer and the 27-year-old actor made another 2.5 years, a total of 3.5, before they split. Reports say that he'll be moving out of Jennifer's home this month. So
she came
that's how
home
that
and said,
works.
Casper, why do you have all those quarters?
It's sad. I don't know why I feel a pang of sadness. I'm a fan of Jennifer Lopez.
Well, she's beautiful and she's
I
talented.
mean, I really think that, not only is her music's wonderful, but I have always said this. I always considered Jennifer Lopez to be an underrated actress. I enjoy a lot of movies that
you
she's
loved
done.
Made in Manhattan.
I hated that one. Don't see. There you go. You bring her piece of crap right out to the forefront.
I honestly thought you liked that one.
What's the one? What's the one where she?
Geely?
No, that's it's not Geely.
Jiggly?
Jiggly. That's a good movie. That was at the Peep Show.
No, there's one where she gets away from a bad spouse.
Enough.
And Enough.
Enough.
Did you like Enough,
I
Oscar?
looked at Enough. I was like, there's no way she's beating that guy up.
Okay, well, I guess I stand corrected.
But a wonderful singer.
Yeah, wonderful singer. Thanks.
Every woman I talk to is, have you seen Enough? Yes, I've seen Enough. Yes.
Yeah, I've
I
seen
like chick flicks.
You don't do Taekwondo. Settle
seen more
down.
than enough.
You remember The Cell?
The
You
Cell
guys
was
remember?
great. Yeah,
remember
yeah.
The Cell? That horror movie. It's
spooky.
great.
Yeah.
Yes. She's
So
made
crazy.
good movies. I like some of her movies.
Again, wish her all the best. Moving along, some success. Speaking of success, Taylor Schilling. Do you know who that is?
Why is everyone named Taylor now?
Why is everybody named Schilling?
It's true, Mike.
Taylor
Schilling.
Schilling is the lead in The Orange is the New Black, the blonde.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Very good. Interesting.
So what you didn't know is that Taylor Schilling used to be she actually had breakout roles in the series Mercy, which was canceled, and she was also opposite Zac Efron in Lucky One in 2012. This is the first time. This is the wild part of, I guess, what Hollywood's all about, is that you could have a bunch of high-profile gigs.
Sure.
But if they don't stick, they don't make you a star.
It's true enough.
Right.
Yeah.
So she has finally found her golden ticket. Orange is the New Black. The reason I'm even mentioning that, the series, season 2, is debuting today.
Yeah, and you know who's in 3 of the episodes is Kevin Meaney.
I don't care. I don't care.
Why are you doing that?
I tried it. I watched a little bit of it. I don't know if I'm in love with that show. I think the show.
Get past episode 3, you'll get it, and you'll start binging the way you want to.
I know it strikes me as definitely having the potential to do that if you can get by, because through the first couple of episodes, I find it has a credibility issue with
And
me,
don't
where
watch
I
it
don't
with-
really feel like I'm watching women in prison.
If you're a guy, don't watch it with your significant other, because she's just gonna harp on you about all the lesbo scenes and you know how that goes.
Yeah.
Because
well,
they're
they
sexy.
bring-
They're sexy.
Well, maybe they didn't have enough in the first 3 episodes. But,
You
we'll
got
have to wait and
keep
see.
going.
We'll send a memo to the producers.
So season 2, and the one thing about Netflix, as you know, is you can watch all the shows in one place.
You can binge.
Yes. Moving on this weekend, Mike. I don't know if you're doing this, or I don't think Rob, because you don't go to the movies. But
How's that?
maybe Pony and myself. Edge of Tomorrow debuts. It's already out in theaters.
Oh, Tom Cruise movie.
The
Tom
new
Cruise, Emily
film.
Blunt.
Yes.
Yes.
Does that interest you at all?
Well, Tom Cruise has been on a sci-fi binge for it seems like every role in the last 5 years. That's right, Rob, because he's crazy.
He's nuts. The man
yeah,
is
that's
nuts.
what it is.
He's short and he's nuts.
This one, the trailers are interesting and, good science fiction if it's really good and has a little story. I might take a peek. And Emily Blunt adds a little, depth to that. So who knows? What's
Early
the
reviews
buzz
are
on this
in.
movie?
The buzz is that it's killing it. It's a great film.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
But see, you can't buy reviews. You really can't. 'Cause
Yes,
you never
you
know.
can.
You never know where hate-filled websites will actually send people out to review things that they have not even read, just to spew hate from the internet.
Do you think maybe even the reviews were written before they even saw the product?
That probably could
It
happen.
happens all the time.
These are
and then they leave these reviews because they're troubled people who don't even use.
I'm
their
not going to
names.
say it until I know what Shallot says.
It's not from the public. These are professionals, and
Leonard Maltin?
I've been looking forward to this for a while. So I wanted to see if it was worth my $16 to go see it if I want to see it in IMAX.
Right.
I really shouldn't say this, but I will tell you, I've read some of those reviews for a certain something that we're going to be discussing on Monday, and I'm laughing my ass off. I'm sorry. I know I shouldn't be, and I know it should be upsetting, but it's not.
It
It's too
shouldn't be
goddamn
upsetting.
funny.
Life's too short.
It's funny. It's funny. They're so hate filled. It's hysterically funny.
Yeah.
Gentlemen,
it really is to me.
That is your e-news for today.
Excellent.
Appreciate it.
That is Oscar Razzie, everybody. I like Emily Blunt.
Yeah, I don't know.
Emily Blunt's gorgeous. What do you mean you don't know?
I don't like her name, Blunt. I'm
And
Emily
she was-
Blunt.
You don't think she's attractive? I think
No,
she's
she's
your type,
attractive.
Rob.
She's fine.
Oh, she's so... You don't even know who she is, do you?
I don't.
Oh,
Do you really?
No.
Do you really not know
I'm gonna
Emily
pull up
Blunt?
a
I know.
picture.
I've seen her on TV. and
Are you
stuff.
ready? Ready?
No,
Here we
he's
go.
good.
Here we
I
go.
know.
But I will
Full speed.
honestly, I could not pick her out of a lineup. I know she's
Okay,
an
you ready?
actress. I know she's
the
pretty.
British lady in The Devil Wears Prada.
Oh, she's hot.
Ah!
I like
You
her.
jerk.
Yeah.
She looks like a hotter Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Yeah, she seems nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, she seems
jerk.
nice. We will take a break and come back with the Devil in Prada himself, Mr. Rob Spiewak, right after this, everybody.
Number 47 said to number 3, you the cutest jailbird I ever did see. I sure would be delighted with you.
All right, gentlemen, it's time for our weekly Amazon Roundtable. Amazon is the best way to support the Mike O'Mara Show. All you have to do is go to our page, MikeO'MaraShow.com, and click on the Amazon banner, and you will get fantastic items like pencils,
Garden hose.
Pencils.
You just said
I
pencils.
just said pencils. Wow.
Pens.
Hi.
No, you know what?
Jesus
Good night.
Christ. Good night, everybody.
I didn't know we were doing
Wow.
that bit. We've never done it before.
No,
Tubas.
Allen wrenches.
Microphones.
Wallpaper.
Fish sticks.
Refrigerators.
Fish hooks.
Clam opening apparatus.
Televisions.
Car wax.
Guns.
Dishwashers.
Baking supplies.
Baby food.
Lube.
Oscar wins.
Okay.
We stopped with Oscar. We'll have to do that again. Amazon, support the Mike O'Mara Show by going to our Amazon page. Pens. Then when he corrected it, pens, sorry. MikeO'MaraShow.com/Amazon. Best way to save money and support the show. Remember, bookmark Amazon at MikeO'MaraShow.com and click that link always. Now, without further ado, let's open up the audio vault for Friday, June 6, 2014, everybody.
Mike, do you like visits from old friends?
Oh, I sure do.
So let's say hello to the Oscar Santana Challenge.
Yeah.
In which I play a series of television theme songs.
Yes.
And Oscar is forced to identify them.
We're working him to death in this last segment of the Friday show.
I love it.
I know he loves
Usually
it. Oscar,
I'm napping.
name this song. Although it is performed by the Ohio Players, it is a TV theme. Name it.
Shaft.
It's not Shaft. And that's not a TV show.
I thought it was.
No, it was a movie.
Is it Louis?
No, Louis' theme. Actually, he's not using a theme this year, but it was Louis by Brother Louis by Stories.
Okay.
But this is, I think, a show that Mike used to watch.
That's why I know it. That's why it's familiar to me.
Hell's Kitchen is what we're looking for.
I
there.
know that. I do watch that show.
Hell's Kitchen, good
you know
show.
who loves that show? Todd Moore.
Really?
Watch it all the time.
You know what? He could compete and win on that show.
He could.
Yeah.
To Wellington. Get out of my kitchen.
Mike, it's raw.
It's raw. This is raw. You're going to kill someone.
Name this theme, Oscar.
Oh, I know this. This is a little boy's into this.
My kids love this show. They binge watch this show.
Oh, can I get a clue?
Sure. Vegetarians don't like this show, Mike.
Oh my goodness. Oh, I don't know it.
Looking for Mike. Any guess?
No guess.
Bob's Burgers, the animated show on Channel 5, the Fox affiliate.
Luca.
Luca likes it?
All the
Yeah.
time.
All right. Name this one. This is not a Motown song. This is a TV theme. And I know you watch this show.
This is Suits?
It's not Suits.
Oh.
Mike?
God, I do watch this show.
It's got the very hot Barbara Corcoran.
Man.
It's Shark Tank.
Oh,
The reality show Shark Tank.
Yeah, I've seen the theme, but I don't watch the show regularly.
And
Is Barbara Corcoran like the real estate lady?
yeah, the lady that's on the
Oh, and she
Oh.
gets bitter
Yeah.
when they steal her deals. She is bitter.
Do you think,
And,
Mike,
and she's CB too. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
if you were to,
Crazy box.
if you were able to someday, if all the stars aligned, you could steal a kiss from Barbara Corcoran, do you think it would taste menthol or just nicotine?
Just nicotine.
She's not a menthol.
Just
Winston's?
nicotine with a hint of pesto.
Okay, name this theme, Oscar.
McHale's Navy.
Good guess, but not right.
Major Dad.
No, I'm sorry. The answer. Pony, do you want to guess?
I have no idea, but I do remember last time when Oscar said McHale's Army, and
At least I
It
corrected
was the
myself.
sequel. No, this is the theme, Mike, to a very popular situation comedy, Parks and Recreation.
I don't watch it.
And you
I
know
don't
what's
watch
so
that.
funny about Parks and Recreation, Shark Tank, Bob's Burgers, and Hell's Kitchen, Mike? They're all available at Hulu Plus, which you can get by going through our website and clicking on the button.
Get an
It's a
extra
special
week.
deal. So yeah, check that out. Hulu
Lovely.
Plus.
For
We
free.
thank them, the proud sponsor, even though they don't realize it, of the Oscar Santana Challenge.
Thank you.
That's
now,
wonderful.
when you were in high school, did you ever pull a senior prank? We talked about this, actually. I went to a thing at the school the other day, and I was talking to other parents. I don't remember ever pulling a senior prank.
Oh, I remember trying to.
I probably did, but I don't remember any of them
Yeah.
being legendary enough to remember.
This one I love, and there's video of it all over Facebook. At Santa Barbara High School, students got together. Of course, these are moneyed students. They chipped in and hired a mariachi band to follow the principal around all day at school. So you see the
funny.
principal walking the halls of the high school. This is the actual band.
That's brilliant. No
That's,
harm.
And
that's
you know
just, I want to meet those kids.
No,
And you know
that
what
to
was
me
so
is
great?
that's having the comedy gene early. That's a timeless comedy, and I'm laughing my ass off, and I don't even know the principal.
And the principal was grinning and bearing it. He could have been a dick about it, but I think that's a pretty harmless and a wonderful prank.
See, that's just such a I mean, that's the way you prank.
Yeah,
That is
exactly.
to me the way you prank. I love that.
I've said to many people that have sent me YouTube clips in the past, I said, you know what? Goats make Mike laugh. So if you have goat clips, and that's where I get my haircut. If you have goat clips, send them along. This is a
goat clips. You want the shampoo and blow dry.
This Mike is a baby goat, and this is the owner. The first time the goat does his ba, what do they say? They don't mew? What do they do?
They blat.
They bleat. That's what
They
it is.
bleat.
That's right. The first time the baby goat bleats, it's very, very quiet and tentative. And then he gives him a pep talk, and the goat rescues it. Here's the baby goat tape, Mike.
Oh, that's so wimpy. Come on, give it all you got. Go!
Play that one again,
You got it.
please.
You see, goats make Mike laugh.
they
That's right.
Oh, that's so wimpy. Come on, give it all you got. Go!
Every day I have a favorite tape. That's today's favorite
great.
tape.
I love that.
I found this TV theme on the YouTube, and this is not part of the Oscar Santana challenge, but I challenge you after hearing this to not sing these words to Game of Thrones the next time you watch it.
Okay.
And it's on this weekend, right? There's two or
Yes,
three more
two
episodes.
more.
They've assigned words to the theme to Game of Thrones, Mike.
Oh,
and I think
my
you
God.
will be able to sing along after hearing this. They do the whole theme where they just sing Peter Dinklage.
He's on the chopping block.
And I will be surprised if this is not on your mind when you watch GOT this weekend.
All right, let me briefly stop that for a second
Okay.
and ask Oscar what he thinks. You know, obviously on the show he's on the chopping block.
Yes.
Are they going to be that? Because they're not predictable.
No.
They have killed.
But he's the best character.
Many characters.
Dinklage.
Wouldn't it be short-sighted to kill him?
Dinklage is in the new X-Men movie. Like, I didn't know he was in the movie until I went to see it, and he is a main effing character. The man's a
Do
superstar
you think?
now.
Wow. And you know, it doesn't have to necessarily do with the producers of the show. You know, it's not like all these actors want to stay. The work schedule's pretty grinding.
Yes. Right.
Do you think there's a possibility that they will really kill him off?
Oh, I don't know. Well, I guess they have to be as close to the book as possible.
Yeah.
So
They do stick to the book.
If the character was predetermined to die around this time, which I don't know because I haven't read the books, then
Well,
they
somebody will
will
send us a letter and let us know.
Well, don't
what's
spoil
gonna
it for
happen.
No
us.
spoilers.
No spoilers.
No spoilers. And Mike, here's the baby goat.
Oh, that's so wimpy. Come on, give it all you got. Go!
Here's one for Oscar. The brilliant founder of Tesla Motors, Elon Musk, was hosting a Q&A and Ask Me
Yeah.
Anything type press conference. And this guy stands up and asks a question. This guy has balls.
I've been asking to speak to you now for 2 years, to talk to you, to tell you that I'm also a super genius like yourself.
Okay.
I'm not sorry.
I'm not sure I'm one, but all right.
So I'm asking you today, can you give me a second look?
Okay. I mean, I'm not sure what a second look in what I'm not sure in what regard.
I would like to come on board as vice chairman of Tesla.
We don't really have a vice chairman spot, but yeah. I mean, I think that's I don't think I'd have to say no. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I can also apply for a future CEO position, but I would at least I would like to come on the board of directors I apologize. Is it to the benefit of Tesla shareholders?
I think we need to move on to another
Yeah.
question. My apologies.
They're both mush mouses.
They can't figure
They're
it out.
both.
Come
Well, the
on.
one guy is a genius because he created this technology
But he's
for
thrown.
Tesla.
It absolutely
But-
throws him.
Oh my God! I mean, talk
Just
about.
say, hey, man, talk to human resources. I don't make these decisions.
And
You know, usually people that are really, really bright like that, they usually have really good social skills.
Yeah, but
oh, that's right, they don't.
So, Mike, I watched Fallon, I watched Myers, I watched Letterman, I watched Kimmel. This is the best joke from last night's late night monologues.
Oh, that's so wimpy. Come on, give it all you got. Go!
That's your magic audio vault. Have a great weekend, everybody.
I love that. All listener mail, including the mail we read on Thursdays on this show, can be sent to Ponyboy at MikeO'MaraShow.com. Now, we're going to find out this week if it's the Ponyboy curse, but I want to get lots of your listener mail. And remember, if you send it, we might read it. Also, on Monday's show, I want everybody to know a major, major announcement. Something
Huge.
we are very, very excited to finally, formally announce on the Mike O'Mara Show. So make sure you do not miss Monday's show because we're going to tell you all about what a lot of you already know about. Anyway, that's coming up. Have a great weekend for Rob Spiewak and Oscar Santana. Mike O'Mara saying, see you next time, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Ciao, ciao.
Wait, don't go. I need to tell you that MikeO'MaraShow.com/Amazon is perfect for all your online shopping needs. Shop the best way. Shop Amazon. And please go through our website, always open at MikeO'MaraShow.com/Amazon.
Oh, that's so wimpy. Come on, give it all you got. Go!
Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.